we are learning Canada Post has presented this new offer to its union workers. Your thoughts on this latest offer?
It's positive. I think it is positive. It shows they've sweetened the offer in terms of the wage increase. They still have, as I think they have to have, the offer about increased flexibility over the weekend scheduling if they want to compete seriously with parcels, private courier companies, which is, I think, the real sticking point. That's the real strategic issue at bar. That's a debate. But by sweetening the deal in the short run, the immediate run for workers, that may be enough to postpone the strike and then lead to more serious negotiations.
Can we discuss these 2 points? I believe the Canada Post Union was seeking 19% of an increment over 4 years, and they were saying that to have part-time workers work on the weekends is not acceptable, something that Canada Post was saying. Where do you think is the problem here? Because Canada Post is also saying that, look, A, we don't have the money to be able to give you this sort of an increment, and B, to have full-time workers come in would only cost the company much more. Help us understand where is the gap in this argument?
Thank you, Akshay, because that's the essence. You've just summarized it very succinctly.
Thank you.
The issue isn't about, in my view, it's not about wages. You know, they've come on, you know, they wanted 19, they've come up to 13%. You know, they're going to soft in the middle. Who knows, maybe they'll come in at 14 or 15, but that is not the essence. The essence is over the flexibility that they need to compete in parcels. Parcels is the future, or else they die. It is not letters. Letters are collapsing like a stone because nobody writes letters, or hardly anybody writes letters anymore. We are deep into the digital economy, the old boomer economy I grew up with, of file cabinets and printers and paper-based systems are gone. So they can't count on that. Letters will be gone in 5 to 10 years, will vanish, I believe, from this country. Parcels of the future. They have to be flexible. And so the part-time worker issue is key, the crux to the issue. So I believe that Canada Post, CUPW is going to have to compromise on this, not because I say so, but because these are the economic fundamental realities of this marketplace. And I think they might yet, because very quickly, the report by that was just issued 5 days ago, right, I think really changed the atmosphere.
What do you think businesses need to brace for? Just 6 months ago, we saw the strike and we saw the outcome of it, the backlog and how businesses suffered. What will happen this time around, especially in the wake of the other pressures that Canadian economy is feeling?
Well, we're already seeing that with a lot of large mailers, the banks, for example, sending out letters saying if you're still paper-based, we urge you strongly to switch to electronic receipt of your statements. Companies that are doing remittances are urging people to switch to electronic funds transfer, bill payment online. So we're seeing this in anticipation of a strike. We saw that occurring in the middle of the last strike, where businesses were encouraging that. In other words, taking customers away from Canada Post into alternative. I think that process will accelerate. I think businesses are being even more proactive this time around. I said last time, and I'll say it again this time, the strike is going to hurt Canada Post, including the workers and the management, more than anybody else. Yes, it'll hurt business, but right, they will adjust. The businesses are very adaptive. So that's what we're seeing businesses do now. They're adapting to this reality, seeking alternatives.
Ian Lee, business analyst at the Sprott School of Business. Appreciate your time and expertise. Thank you, Ian.
Thank you, Akshay. Thank you.